I actually turned invisible this week. That's my big development.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I guess you've been like moving in silence about it. I didn't know like if we were gonna say anything, but it's awesome that it's like worked and now people can, not really see the result, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah, in theory.
We and we love to, experience it.
Uh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Happy for your debut here on the channel, that's what I'm saying.
Thanks. It's kind of a little inconvenient at times because
Right.
when you're invisible, you kind apparently what happens is you like become impermanent times
Oh,
as well. So yeah,
sure.
yeah, and that kind
That's
of
kind
makes
of
it
a
a little bit
hassle, I bet.
tricky. Hmm.
Yeah, that's tough. And when people are always harping on like the importance of nonverbal communication, I feel like I imagine that would be hard. I mean, I don't want to speak for your experience. Wait, what the
I'm
hell?
back. That's crazy. I was just looking at myself in the mirror and there was nothing there. Maybe
Yeah,
it's like an opposite vampire that you can, well, I guess I'm not in mirrors,
it was
but
kind
maybe
of just a
technology picks
regular.
me up.
Yeah, I was like, maybe just like regular vampire, actually. I can't see myself in the mirror. I'm an opposite vampire because I can't see myself in the mirror, but I also don't drink blood to live.
I wanted to ask you before we got too into it is what's going on with your vet appointment? Is it a good vet appointment? A bad one?
Um, well, they said that I'm probably fine. They were kind of like confused why I was there, to be honest.
Do you know how expensive human doctors are?
Yeah, I'm like, I'd rather just try my chances here. I don't have health insurance. Either way. Well, my little white cat you've met, little Pablo with his little orange ears. He probably has diabetes.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he gonna be okay?
Well, the thing is, so I took him in for like a different reason. He seemed like he like was injured or something, like his back legs just seemed really stiff and he was having trouble like he could jump up to things but then not jump down, like he would get really scared. So I'm like, oh, he probably like hurt his leg or something and we should go like get it checked out. So I called and they didn't have an available appointment for a couple days and I was like, well, I guess that's fine. So then of course, by the time the appointment day came, he was like doing a lot better. So then you feel stupid bringing your animal to the vet and they're like, "What's even the problem?" And you're like, "It used to be a I don't know, you know. I don't know. You're the doctor. You tell me." And so I took him in and I'm like he's like moving a lot better and they're like, "Okay, it seems like it's a problem that's going to go away on its own." If it kept up, I would be worried about, maybe he's diabetic, but have you noticed him like drinking excessively? And I was like, I don't think so. And they're like, okay, he's probably fine then. I was like, if it's a concern enough to bring up, tell me more than one of the symptoms. So I was like,
Yeah,
okay, that's weird, but I didn't like I was like, no, I haven't really noticed that. And they're like,
you don't have
okay,
eyes
it's
on him 100% of the time.
exactly, exactly. I'm like, how am I supposed to know that if he's drinking excessively? Like, I feel like I see him drink like when he's thirsty. I don't know. So then I didn't like ask about any other symptoms, and they kind of just were like, whatever, thanks for coming in. Give me $65 for telling you nothing. I'm like, okay, sure. So then I go home and I'm like, well, why would they bring it up if it wasn't like a possibility? You know what I mean? So I like look it up and it's like type 1 diabetes in cats is rare but not impossible, and here's the symptoms. And he exhibits almost all of them. And I was like, oh no. Oh. So I'm gonna take him back this week for blood tests and see if I'm right. But I'm pretty good at
Well,
reading diagnostic criteria, so
well, for your pride's sake, I hope you're right. For
hey, thank you. Yeah.
Pablo's sake, I hope you're very wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see.
Okay, I'm so sorry. This is the weirdest thing. The TV Just popped up with this thing. Your device will turn off automatically to save energy. Time remaining 250 seconds. Isn't that like a
Okay.
weirdly long time?
Like, why not just, why? Wait, why?
How about like a minute
Right. Well,
or
in
30
250
seconds?
seconds, like 240 seconds would be 2 minutes. Like, why are they giving you 2 minutes 10 just in case? Do you know what I mean? Like, you go 60,
Yeah.
120,
Well, I was probably 260 because I was looking at it.
260.
By the time that I
Uh,
said it, it was 250, but it had been probably 10
Still,
seconds,
260 so long.
which
Why
is
do
still
60,
weird.
120, 180? Like, that's not a normal measurement of time. And why are they counting in seconds? Like,
Yeah, why
say
not just give me like minutes, this many seconds?
minutes, seconds. Yeah.
That was the weirdest thing in the world. I've never measured anything in my life like that.
No, why would
250
you?
seconds. Hi, Luke.
250 seconds.
That's so
Like I'm
weird.
see I'm trying to rationalize it. 60, 120, 180, 240, 250. Okay.
So if anyone knows what's going on there, drop a comment down below.
Hmm. Can I tell
Yeah.
you about my other terrible cat experience? I texted you about it.
Yes. Yeah. I was hoping that you'd tell me more.
I texted you about it, and then I thought about it for the whole rest of the day and the whole rest of today. I guess my reaction was like understandable in the moment, but also when you look back, you're like, what the hell? So basically, I'm lying there in bed. It's probably like 4 a.m.,
Uh-huh.
and I'm lying in my bed, and I start to hear this like growl,
Uh-huh.
and I'm still mostly asleep, but I'm awake enough to hear the growl. It has awoken me just a little, and I give a warning, hey, and then and then all the cats get all riled up, like when it's like rah, rah, and they're like gonna eat each other and kill each other.
Yeah.
Or they're doing it in my room on my bed. That's
That's where
me.
you are.
That's where I'm in my bed still. But they like so they'll climb up on my bed and like they'll sleep on my bed or they'll sleep in the window like right next to my bed.
Uh-huh.
But then of course, if the window's cracked open because it's a lovely moderate winter and I want some fresh air in my room, they can see and hear and smell the stray tomcat outside that they feel like is infringing on their personal space. So they freak
Heaven
out.
forbid he just exists outside on his
I know. And
own.
I'm like, so they're freaking out, but they can't fight him because of the wind, because they're inside and he's outside. So they just freak out and start like screaming and like biting at each other. And once again, I'm there too, like rolling around, and they're so loud. Like it doesn't
And
even
you have so many.
it didn't even matter that I yelled. I'm sure they woke up the whole damn neighborhood already. They're so loud. So I give my warning, hey, and then they go ballistic. And then I just
What?
yelled.
Sure.
Like I just full volume, no words. Just for like one, maybe 2 seconds. Long enough. It was like definitely a yell, but it wasn't like like I felt after one second, maybe 2 seconds, I was like in my own mind, this is excessive. I'm like, chill out, dude. To me, 4 a.m. just woke up. It's dark and loud. I'm like, okay, well, you don't have to yell about it. Ah! I'm like, I just yelled. And so then I'm like, I reel it in and like, and then I did another, I did another hey. I'm getting up to close the window because I noticed when they close the window, they can't see, hear, and smell the cat anymore,
Yeah.
So it's a good way to calm them down. So I try to move them out of the way to get to the window. I just go, hey, close the window, and then I kick them all off my bed and they run away. And then for the rest of the morning, they would like jump up onto my bed and then look at me. I was like, correct, I'm mad at you.
Listen, I'm so proud of you because you didn't kill any of them.
I didn't kill any of them. And they
Like,
didn't kill each
it
other.
comes close. Like I love those critters with everything that I have in my body.
Yeah.
Um, and they can get you angrier than anything else in the known world.
Yeah, it's like, when that classic parent saying like I brought you into the world and I can take you out of it, like you're like
Yeah.
that's a ridiculous thing, you should never say that, but then you're like, "Oh, well, actually, I do get it."
Yeah, no, you get it. You get it. And it's
Yeah.
two critters and they can't even communicate.
Right, it's like they're just like they're yelling because they're scared and I'm yelling because I'm mad.
I'm going to eat you alive.
It's like sh but
The thing is too
oh wait.
is with like because Archie will do this thing where he'll come up while I'm doing a puzzle and he'll knock one piece off at a time. So by the time that I pick up one piece, he'll knock another piece off. And he's doing it on purpose. It's
Yeah.
intentional. He
It's
knows
a
what he's
game.
doing.
It's a game for
Yeah.
him for sure. Yeah.
And I'll gently warn him like 4 or 5 times. And then by the time that we get to the point where he's knocking like 3 or 4 like chunks of my puzzle off, then I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, listen, we're gonna have to like have a discussion here.
Yeah.
Like
And
I
you just get
never
him.
thought yeah.
Yeah. You're like
There's like
you become the feral cat in the alleyway that's like,
yeah,
like
exactly.
yeah, like
I never thought
I'm
I'd be
going to
that kind of
bite
cat
your
person.
head off with my actual
Yes.
human teeth.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
going to kill you.
And sometimes it's the only language they all understand. Hi. Like you can't just say, don't do that. Sometimes you have
Right.
to talk cat to them.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a human hissing at my cats. I know that's weird, but hi. Yeah,
Like,
no,
what
it's
else is he
okay.
gonna do? He's just a baby. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I yelled at them and I got them to like leave my room and they're like running out. And then another moment, key moment that I remembered is that you remember how they were so loud and then I was so loud? So my brother
Uh-huh.
Neil, who sleeps in the bedroom right next door, obviously was awake. He came into my room and he turned on the big light because he was like also sleep addled. So then I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I've just gotten literally 1 second of quiet, and then the light turned on, and I was like, I was so mad again. And I think I maybe did a third hey, but this time directed towards my adult human brother. I'm like, what's going on? He's like,
He
something's
comes in to
wrong.
investigate screaming,
Yeah. He said
and
something's
you're like, get
wrong.
out!
He's like, something, I heard like a thunk against the wall, like sounds like something fell. And I was like, probably me. And he was like, oh, okay. Turned off the light and left. Great, thanks. How helpful. Yeah.
I think that getting woken up in the middle of the night, early morning, especially by something violent like that,
Yeah, like so
that
you're like
taps in.
suddenly something loud and like, yeah.
Yeah, so you're shocked awake too. It's not even like you like lull your eyes open and it's like 4 o'clock and you're like, oh, whatever, I'll just go back to sleep. It's like your heart is pumping and then it taps into the most primal anger, like the kind of anger that
Have
happened
to
when Cain killed
scream.
Abel.
Yes. Hmm. Yeah, like so then you just have to let out this like kind of guttural scream. It was a straight up scream. Like it was like I was being final girled. Like I was like it was bad. I yelled so loud. And then I just laid there and my like heart was racing, and it eventually like slowed down, but I like was still awake and I was like, oh, it had been like an hour at this point and I wasn't asleep and I was like, okay, fine. So I just scrolled on my phone forever, which is also I told you that.
Now you're gonna be
Oh,
sleep deprived, so your
yeah,
bad mood is gonna carry through for the rest of the day and to eternity, maybe.
maybe. So welcome to Women in STEM.
Welcome.
Oh man.
It's
Yeah.
always Whitney, and I like to swim.
I'm Rod and I like to party.
Party.
I tried to think of, we're talking about Devi, 1960 sad movie, and I tried to think of some letters, and it was making me too sad, but I did come up with stuck, and then T and E, not sure, and then misogyny. She's like high key stuck, dude.
He is. Is
Stuck.
that is that
That's what I wrote.
S?
Exclamation point.
Good.
Stuck.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Stuck.
Yeah.
So is. Um. Okay. Listen. I don't want it to be this, but this is the only thing that I have been thinking of since I watched it, which is toes.
Okay. Toes. Okay.
Because of the scene where he goes to touch her feet and they crinkle up.
Yeah.
Um.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, then don't they also like their healing water is like her foot basin
Wash
water
her feet.
also? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's interesting also. But I know that we you started with this you started with I don't want it to be toes.
I just don't
So I'm
want
like
to attract the wrong kind of. I
stuck
don't want people to click
toes.
on toes. Yeah, I don't
Hmm.
want to false advertise
That's
because we'll
fair
barely
because
talk about
there's a
toes.
lack of toes overall in our channel.
Yeah,
But even now, I feel like we've pretty much said everything we're gonna say about the toes.
yeah, yeah. Yep, yep,
So
yep, yep.
I understand what you mean. I do think that, yeah, I think
Mhm.
that if people come for toes and then they stay for like whatever this is, they won't have a good time. So
Exactly.
that's a really good point. That's a really good point. And I appreciate you thinking about the audience in that way. And we have
E
to think of something else that starts with T, unfortunately.
and E.
And E
Um,
also, yeah.
there's a character named Tara Prasad, which is
That
the
starts with a
what
T.
one of the brothers, but he's
Uh-huh.
not like
He's
we gotta
barely
have like
there
a
though. It's like the
yeah.
main, there's basically like the main character and then the father-in-law, the
I got it.
husband, the
I got it.
sister-in-law, and the nephew.
Tough to be a god
Tough to be God. I'm always saying that.
from from Road to El Dorado.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make anything about Road to El Dorado. Don't you worry.
This is going to be our second podcast episode where I talk exclusively about Road to El Dorado. Blackout, don't remember it ever again.
Yeah. Here's hoping. E. E for uh, Eve. Uh,
Expectations?
expectations. Frankly, yeah, because of stuck. Those actually go together. Stuck
As of
because of
stuck.
expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, expectations. Yeah. And then I did M for misogyny. I'm open to change, but I do feel like this one actually I feel like really links to like tough being a god because even as she's being like deified, she's still being dehumanized. So it's like no matter what, like because she's either because she's a woman or because she's a deity, she just can't be a person. That's like
Yes,
an
totally.
aspect of her life that's denied her. So I like that they go together like this.
Like Jeff.
Yeah. Yay.
It all comes back to Jeff and the Road to El Dorado.
That's so true. And for
Know your
those
state and
dedicated
assign them a
listeners will
roll call.
know that Jeff is the name of our card game that we invented.
Yes.
And
Named, of
yeah,
course, after Jeff Goldblum.
and we
It
will make
kind of went
everything about
viral.
Jeff,
Yeah.
no matter what. Always on the back
Yeah.
of our mind, Jeff.
Oh, if you can see, can you see that?
I can, yeah. It's a
Good,
sleeping
okay.
orange cat. Cutely.
Yeah, cute
Yes.
baby face.
Cute baby face, yeah. Kind of like cheeks like this because he's chubby and sleeping. To like
Because he's
push up.
so chubby and sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. Speaking of vet visits from 40 minutes ago,
Yeah.
Archie, while I was at the gym tonight, Heidi said that he started screaming and ran in to find her and then was hiding under the bed for the rest of the night. And we were like, what happened?
Much
Like, what
like
could he have?
me some mornings.
Much like, yeah.
He hid under the bed to read a fan fiction that he didn't even really care for, but he was hoping that it would turn good.
Yeah, scrolling on his little baby cat phone.
Yeah.
Um, so we couldn't figure out what was going on. Like there wasn't a big sound or anything. Like usually when they scream like that, it's because something calamitous has happened and like something has crashed, and you can pretty much like immediately locate the cause of the fear and scare. But
Yeah.
we, like neither of us knew what was going on until I leaned over to look at the candle that was on the counter in the kitchen, and two of the wicks were out and kind of at an angle. And then I looked closer at the rest of the counter, and there were splashes of wax all over. And I was
Hmm.
like, "Oh no, poor little baby played a stupid game and won stupid prize."
Oh no.
He stuck his paw right in candle wax, and he's okay. He's okay.
Yeah.
I looked at all his paws, but still, part of me is like you hear about cats and curiosity, but then when you see it in real life, it's like, wow, amazing.
Yeah, you're like,
Cat in
that's
his
why they
natural
have to have
habitat.
9 lives. Like, seriously. They'll live for
Yeah.
4 seconds if they don't get 8 more chances. Like,
Yes, that's true. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep,
yeah,
yep. Okay, anyway, so Davey.
man, what a movie. I feel like we're in too good a mood to talk about this movie.
Yeah, I'm kind of riding a high right now, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be rough to dive into
Yeah.
sad
It's another tragedy, by the
sad movie.
way. It's another sad movie.
Yeah, although this one I
Oh,
do feel
man.
like had a little bit more of a hopeful ending
Hmm. Yeah,
than
it's
other
not a
tragedies.
not technically a tragedy because the main character lives all the way to the end, but still, yeah.
Yeah, like it's a cousin.
Yeah.
Very,
Half
very closely
tragedy on its
related.
mom's side. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was kind of interesting too to see like a movie from the 60s, an Indian movie from the 60s, and like it didn't feel like any of the other Indian movies that I've seen. It was kind of
Mhm.
interesting because it like was still it felt very similar to other like black and white films that I've seen, like American black and white films. So it was interesting to see like the I can't think of the word, but film traditions that haven't been established
Mhm.
yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously singing and dancing isn't going to be like appropriate in this one, but like it was cool to see how film has progressed from 60 years ago, which is just cool anyway when you watch old movies, but especially like I'm like, oh, this isn't what I'm used to.
I think it's cool. It's like well, I feel like what we see now is so much like it's just very like blockbustery. It's very dynamic. I think part of it is like that's a lot of the film culture that has developed in India, and it's also like that's the film culture that is most easily transferable to American audiences. So like these
Hmm.
are the movies that we'll hear about and engage with. It's like usually these like bigger budget, very like dynamic things,
Hmm.
which is probably just less the case in the 60s. I think people hadn't really come to expect that in film. But honestly, it still feels like, to me, it feels very different from like American movies from the 60s, but it's like, it feels very Asian, like this could be Kurosawa,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
Which makes sense because it's Asian, it's interesting to see like, yeah, like you said, like just these relationships between different film traditions as we all kind of like develop alongside each other.
And it felt like I know when we've talked about silent films too, you've mentioned like sometimes things just need to be said. Like it's nice
Yeah.
sometimes when a film can just recognize when is the time to be subtle and when is the time to be not. And I would not call this a subtle film
No, no.
anyway. Like
Yeah.
it's very explicit in its portrayal of a lot of concepts, but also there's at the end when Prasad like outright says what the film has been like building up to. Like there's he very explicitly states out loud, don't do this. This part is your fault and you shouldn't have done this. And
Yeah.
like, and it was it didn't feel like too heavy-handed either. It felt very appropriate for the film that we'd been watching.
Yeah.
So I really appreciated, like, I love it when a movie knows what it is and
Hmm.
when to cut the bullcrap and just say things.
Yeah,
Sometimes you
that's
can
a really good point.
overstate things, but I don't think it did. I think it just dated them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a good point. And we still like talking about like these blockbustery big dynamic movies now. I think still today now when we watch Indian movies, we say like, well, it wasn't subtle,
Yeah.
but it said everything that needed to be said. So I think that's like a through line too. Like you can see how that kind of developed from this kind of like this isn't like trying to be every genre at once, you know? But you can see how we could have gotten there based
Hmm.
on this like yeah, very like bold telling of a story.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
Liked it too. It was sad, but it was good. And like it's another thing where you can kind of see, you can't tell exactly where it's going to end up, but you know generally where we're going to go. You know this is
Yeah.
not going to end well.
Yeah.
You know something is going
Well,
to
you just have
happen.
this feeling like this is a trap like so immediately,
Yes. Yes.
and then it is,
And it
you
is.
know.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I oh. Okay, so should we do like should we do the thing where we start to do the plot summary?
Oh yeah. And then it will make sense what we're talking about. Okay, so like super briefly, basically, here's this young woman who's married. Her husband is still a student, and so he'll like travel for school and leave her with her in-laws, his family. And one day, the father-in-law has a dream that she is God incarnate, and he's like, obviously it was a vision, and the goddess Kali is telling me this, and I have to like listen. And so she gets kind of like put into this role of like being a local god for their community. And people come to her for like healing and stuff. And then she feels like if she leaves, she doesn't really believe it, but she feels like if she leaves, then she'll be letting these people down and like, what if they stop being healed? Like, even if it's just a coincidence, what if it's not? And then they stop being healed when she leaves. So then
Mhm.
she has an opportunity to leave with her husband and chooses not to because she feels like she can't. And then uh, she has a little nephew that she loves, and he's the only person that she can't save.
Oh.
Yay!
Ow.
And that's the movie.
And then
Yeah.
her father-in-law too is kind of like this very wealthy like spiritual leader in the community. I don't know if this is the right phrase, but feudal lord keeps coming into my head. Like he
Mm.
like clearly very well respected, kind of like the guy in charge here. So
Yeah.
when he like claims that she's Kali in human form, she's been reincarnated. This is why she can't say anything,
Hmm. So
especially at
she's
first,
going
because
against this like big, first of all, it's her father-in-law whose home she lives in.
yeah,
So she doesn't want to disobey
yes,
just because of like the filial aspect, but then also he's like a community leader and she doesn't want to like push back against that for a lot of
hmm,
reasons.
her husband's not
Yeah.
there. She has no support. And the other her brother-in-law, the other son, immediately like kneels down and begins to worship her as well, because this is what his father's doing. And he's kind of in a similar situation where he like it would cause a lot of waves if he had, you know, pushed back a little bit. But the fact that
Hmm.
he did that immediately, like he was the second domino to fall, you know, and
Right.
if he
Like
hadn't,
if,
it would
yeah.
have at least spread a lot more slowly or had a little bit more resistance, and she maybe would have had somebody on her side there to help her
Yeah.
who's not a woman and not being dehumanized, even as she's being deified.
Yeah.
Like you think, oh, well, you're being put up on a pedestal. You're being worshipped. How could that possibly, be a bad thing? But she is like being made to just sit there. Well, people
Hmm.
worship her. They perform ceremonies and rituals around her. And every time you see her sitting there quietly, she's crying. She just has tears running down her cheeks the whole time because she's stuck. She doesn't have any sense of freedom. She's being
Yeah.
worshipped. People like, like, oh my gosh. like, holy spiritual mother, like, you saved my child, all of these wonderful things were worship at her feet. But like, it's a human
She
girl.
doesn't feel like she did anything. She's like, I just kind of like woke up one day and all of this happened to me. So there's like, she already has this lack of autonomy in like being alone, like not having her husband with her and like having to live with his family and all, and just like being a young woman. And then it's interesting that like even as she is turned into this like all-powerful being, she still has maybe even less autonomy than she had before.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
She can't
and
leave
she's
her room.
so did you know this was her first role ever?
And did you know that she was 15?
And she's amazing. She's so expressive. And you can just tell, like, she doesn't really speak a lot in the film. It's like a like quasi-silent film, especially for her, like, and probably that's symbolic, like, oh, she's lost her voice because she has to be all things to all people, and she doesn't know how to do that. So what's she even gonna say? But also, like, it just gives her so much room to express, like, just with her physicality, and she's amazing at it.
It's crazy. She
Like,
like would
she's
be
so good.
an insane movie star today. Because
Yeah,
again, 15 and doing that with her face and eyes. Shut up.
yeah,
Stop that.
yeah,
Put those things away. You're gonna hurt somebody. It's
yeah,
crazy too, because she like the only people that she can really talk to, and that she not even that she can talk to, but that she does talk to are Coco, the little boy, and her husband. But then her
yeah.
husband isn't there, and then as soon as she's turned into this god, Coco starts avoiding her. So she doesn't even have anybody to talk to. And now suddenly she's isolated and she can't do anything. She can't leave her room. There was at one point she like heard somebody coming and she slipped something under her pillow and I wasn't sure if it was a book or like a letter or what, but like suddenly now she has to hide what she's doing or thinking or feeling. Like all
Yeah.
of these expectations
Because she's
are
not allowed to be
so
a person.
no, it's
Yeah.
insane. And then like the first second that her father-in-law like falls down at her feet, she immediately like turns around, she tries to hide her face. I mentioned before her toes like crinkled up,
Hmm.
which in a vacuum, pretty funny because they do like curl up under her like the Wicked Witch
Yeah.
in like the Wizard of Oz. They go like
Yeah.
I didn't know a human foot
Yeah.
could form like that, but she managed it. And then she like she's turning, she's hiding her face, she's clawing the wall.
Yeah.
Like she's so upset and frightened and alone. She's got nobody, no support. She does not want this. She never wanted this. When I read the description for the movie, I thought that it would be kind of like a, oh, I don't mind the attention.
Hmm.
And when I like read a little bit of the details, I thought that she was the one like saying, "Oh, well, give the child some of this water to drink, and that will heal
Hmm.
him." But she didn't say anything.
Nope.
He only had control over one thing in the movie, which we'll get to. But like for the majority of it, she had nothing. She has no say in anything. Like you said, these things just happen to her. It's her
Hmm.
father-in-law who says, "Give the child some of this water to drink. The best medicine is water that has washed the feet of the goddess."
Hmm.
And through some like coincidence, that works. And so
Yeah.
now
And so, but then if
it
you're
like
like this struggling parent who's like, my son is going to die and I'll do anything, and you take him to this new, like, she's just been announced as like a reincarnation. And I think people are not sure that they'll trust this like spiritual leader in their community. And they take the boy to go see her and it works and they're like, oh, well, obviously it's a miracle. It's a sign from the gods. This is real. So then in
yeah,
her mind, she's like, it's obviously just a coincidence. Like it's not the water that washed the feet of the gods. It's just water that washed me. Like, well,
yeah. I
but
didn't
there's
do
nothing that
anything.
she can do. She didn't do anything. But because this happened, now she's like trapped. People are coming from miles away to come and visit the goddess, like who deigned to like descend and be with them.
Yeah,
Yeah. So she has a really good relationship with her husband when he's there. I really, really like that we open with them.
they're
And
so
he's so
cute.
sweet with her and he just admires her. And I at first was like, maybe I like misread the description and he's the one who worships her, like, because you're like, yeah, totally. But he does it in like in the way, like when people say that they worship their wife, like that's what he's
Mhm.
doing. He just like really likes her. He wants to spend time with her,
He treats her like a
enamored with her.
person.
He treats her like a person, and he's one of the only people in the story who does. So, which makes it all the more terrible when he leaves for school, and now she's like kind of just left alone.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but I really, really like him. I think it's interesting that he has this like struggle with religion as well, where he's like he goes to school and learns these new things and he's like this is the way we're moving forward and I don't want to be stuck in my father's tradition anymore. And that's he's like I'm learning English and I'm not doing religion anymore. And some of it is like this kind of sad loss of culture and like being because he has to learn English and be westernized and whatever in order to like make
Hmm.
it. So you feel
Yeah.
sad that he has to like give up that part of himself, but then it's also so interesting that he's like he's the only one who can see, oh, what if we treated her like as if she was a young woman? And what if we treated women like they were people? And then what? You know? So then it sucks that he's
That's
not there.
crazy.
He's like having this experience. He's trying to like figure out what he believes and like gain this new knowledge. And it's good for him, but it's it tears him away from her. So it's bad for her.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
that sucks.
And he
Yeah.
already wants to live away from him too. Like all, that's the thing that they're talking about at the beginning is you know, I'm gonna find a job somewhere. Will you come with me? And she says, is that a question? Yes. I love
Hmm.
you, dumbass.
Yeah.
Like it's clear that she loves him too.
Yeah.
We get a cute little flashback to their wedding, and she's not talking at all. Like, that's just part of her. She's already just kind of a quiet person. She
Hmm.
doesn't have a lot to say. Like she's very selective when she talks.
Yeah.
So to have opened up with this scene where they're having a full conversation and she's king and laughing and teasing,
Yeah. And
like and
fully
return
comfortable
and
with him and they're like so in love and they just treat each other with respect and whatever.
yeah,
Whatever, if
and
only
like
love was real.
oh, I will say too, there's part of the conversation that did make me laugh is when she's like, "Oh, but we'd have to leave Coco behind." Little boy, her niece, her nephew, who she
Her
loves so
little boy
much,
niece.
her little boy niece. She loves this kid, and he loves her. Like she's the only one who can get him to eat and bathe and things. So she's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, but we'd leave Coco behind." And he's like, "He's not the only little boy in the world." She's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "We could have a kid." And she's
Right,
like,
and she's like
"Girl, you're married."
she's like, what?
It's
Yeah,
crazy. And then
it's
later
pretty
in the
funny.
movie, when he says, she's 17, which she doesn't need this. And then I'm
Yeah,
like, she's 17?
yeah.
And
That's
then
why, because
it's like,
he's in college. He's like he has these big dreams, like we're gonna move out and we're gonna do our own thing. Because he's also like a young guy,
mm-hmm,
the
mm-hmm.
college age. Like they got married young and they're trying to make it work. And you're like, oh, she's. I feel like Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Hey, sweetheart, how'd you like to take a ride on a real bike? She's 16!
To Phineas and Ferb, show of all time.
Let's go.
Dr. D, love my life. That guy rocks.
She's straight up
Yeah.
17. Sorry to interrupt you.
She's
I just it's like
17.
she's literally
No, she's
17.
17. So no
She's
wonder
a
she's a little bashful
baby.
about the
She's
idea of having
little.
children. And no wonder she can't say anything when everyone
Yeah.
starts telling her that she's a god. She's already a quiet person. And she's 17. And she's a woman.
Yeah.
Her husband and friend is not there.
Hmm. And now
What
her so
like
now her only friend is like what, this 8-year-old boy?
it's devastating because there's no other way that this was going to happen. You see these people carefully constructing this cage around her.
And calling it a throne or a shrine or whatever,
Yes.
but it's
Yeah.
clearly not. Like to her and to the audience, it's clearly not. But to them,
Hmm. And there's
like,
there's
well,
a
it's gonna
part too
work.
where they're there's incense in the air, and they're ringing bells and waving fans, worshiping, and she passes out. She just faints. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's a trance. She's in a trance because she's a god. She's a god, guys, right?" And it's
Hmm.
not like he's trying to trick anybody. That I think is the thing that really makes it a tragedy, is
Mm,
because he's
yeah.
not, this isn't a con. He's not
Right. Like
trying to trick any,
it's
he
nobody's
believes
fault, but it
it.
like is, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he believes it.
Yeah.
Ugh,
So he
yeah.
he truly believes that she is in a trance. He truly doesn't see that this is a 17-year-old girl. This is a teenager who's overwhelmed and probably sick.
Yeah.
Like, who knows if she's had anything to eat, or like if the smoke has just gotten to her, like emotionally even. Like I don't even know
Yeah.
what all's going on with her physically, but like emotionally, that is like the most insane thing that's ever happened. And like, of course she's
Yeah.
gonna pass out. Like, and it's just heartbreaking to see every single thing happen that just builds the legend more and builds the belief around this girl.
Yeah.
And the things where if her husband was there, someone could have said no.
But he's gone, and so she just has to be stuck. She just has to
Mhm,
be 17 and afraid.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously the whole thing is just, it's just heartbreaking, but like it is, like there's a psychological element to it too, where like you said, there's a point where she could leave, she could escape with her husband, but she doesn't. She chooses to go back because she's like, I don't know, what if they're right? What if something, like I don't want to
Yeah.
risk leaving if I am what they say I am, and then people will get hurt, and I could help people. Again, if you're 17 and you have hundreds of people telling you to your face, you're a god. You have these miraculous abilities, worshiping you, not treating you like a person. You don't have anyone around you that you can trust or that you can talk to. Her husband has to sneak in to talk to her. Her husband, because she's a god. She's not a person anymore. Like,
Yeah.
that most basic human connection is broken now. He has to like break the rules in order to talk to her. So there's this, like, it's not even intentional manipulation, but it is manipulation. Like this happens, this is just like a thing that happens with human beings. Is if you tell
Yeah.
someone something enough with enough reinforcement, they'll
They
believe it.
will
That's why
internalize it. Yeah.
people like make false confessions. That's why like people get into cults, is because they're from reality, they have nothing to ground them, and they're just in this mindset that is now reality. That this is the reality now. She is a god because the
Yeah.
coincidence happened. The kid was revived by drinking that
Yeah.
water that she didn't have anything to do with. She just happened. All she was a body. She was there. Enough
And
of
it's
that
like
has
maybe he was
happened.
just dehydrated. Do you know what I mean? Like there's so many other things that
Yes.
it could have been the case. He just needed like a steady stream of water, so he's just drinking a little bit at a time all day until he feels better. That happens to people. Like if you had like
Yeah.
heat stroke, for example, you need water, but you can't have too much. So you just do like a drip a little bit at a time. So it could have been anything, but because she was there, it was her. And so now she
Mhm.
can't leave. She has this like choiceless choice where she sees the boat and he's like, I have a plan and we have the boat and we can leave tonight and we never have to come back. And she's
Mhm.
there. And then she's like, but I can't go.
It's so heartbreaking too, because he treats her like a person. He
Yeah.
lets her make the choice. He lets her, okay, I'll
Go
take you
back.
back. We'll go back. And it's so sad because if he had dehumanized her like everybody else was doing, then the tragedy wouldn't have happened. But because he
Hmm.
treats her like a
Because
person, the
he
way that
actually
nobody
respects
else
her.
has, it's like,
They
it's
have to
this
go
whole,
back.
there's no way to win.
You know,
It's awful.
I love
It's
movie. This is crazy.
like,
Like,
someone made this.
like people are allowed to like have these ideas and write them down and then get a team together, like and like make this movie and people get to watch it and you can still watch it on YouTube for free.
For free.
For
And
free.
sometimes you cast a 15-year-old girl in her first movie and she gives the performance of a lifetime.
And it's like we might as well
Sometimes
just
that
pack it up and
happens.
go home.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
like
did you know that Elijah Wood's first, like, he was 19 when he played Frodo Baggins. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did everybody
Yeah.
know that? 19.
19, a little baby, a teenager, like an adult, but also a teenager, you know? And
Yeah.
she's in that spot too, where it's like, yeah, she's grown, like she's a woman, but she's also like literally a teenager. Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Henry Thomas ET audition, and you're like, okay, well, why does anybody audition for anything anymore?
Yeah. Some people were put on this earth to do that.
To do ET audition. Movie crazy. Her sister-in-law who lives in the house, who's Coca's mom, um, also like doesn't believe it, but
Hmm.
is kind of stuck in a similar thing where it's like, well, you're just like a wife and mother. Like, what do you know about these like big spiritual things, you know? So
Hmm.
she pushes back against her husband a lot. You can
Hmm.
tell she's an assertive person and she's like pretty open about like, well, I don't believe this and I'm not comfortable with this and I don't think they're treating you right, but there's still nothing she can do about it.
Her husband too. He's like, "Oh, so you're a little jealous." Like, so even her concern and criticism and frustration is invalidated there too. And I feel like her husband, I feel like they love each other. Like, I'm not, it doesn't feel like we don't get a window into the relationship
Mhm.
really
Which
more
a
than
couple
that. But it
glimpses, I
doesn't,
feel like they have like two conversations in the movie.
yeah, but it doesn't feel like it's a completely loveless relationship. It just feels like
Yeah.
this, we're like getting a window into, the worst that's happened. So like she doesn't even have a space where she can completely, like, she's just invalidated. Her feelings are invalidated. They're not
Yeah.
like, oh, you're just jealous that she's getting all this attention. And not, why does your dad get to just say someone's a god
Right. And then
and
they are.
everybody believes it?
And everybody
And
just
why
believes.
did you go along with that? Why
Yeah.
did you not have the spine to say
Let's
that's
think
a
about it.
17-year-old girl?
Yeah.
Like, you had a dream. I don't doubt you had a dream, but
But I doubt that it was
like,
a vision from God.
yeah.
And it's okay to doubt that. And it's okay to say, I actually know her. She's my 17-year-old sister-in-law. She lives with us, like, and she's just like a normal person. Like, it's so interesting that they have to like almost like retcon their previous experiences with her to match
Yes.
that she's a goddess. Instead of
Yeah.
like, yeah, instead of just taking a beat and considering whether,
Yeah.
well, has anybody else like it's just tough because these like spiritual visions or whatever are really hard to corroborate. And it seems like things would be easier for her if like she had also had the dream and somebody else has had, you know what I mean? Like if there was more than
Yeah.
one sign that it was her,
Put it in the mouth
then
of
it would
two
be
or
more
three
believable.
witnesses. You
Yeah,
might
but
say.
it's just
Yeah. Yeah.
the one dream, and then of course the coincidence with the boy.
Yeah.
So we can, instead of calling it a dream and a coincidence, now we can call it a vision and a miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that the sister-in-law is so assertive. It's like if the father-in-law had the dream about her, this would not have happened. Like she would push back.
No. Yeah, totally.
She's grown up, she's a mother, and she's like, you know what I mean? I think she just has like a self-assured personality that Doya
Hmm.
does not have. And so it sucks like because they get along and they're like, oh, it's so funny like that Coca just loves you so much, you know?
Hmm.
And they have some maybe a little bit of tension in that Coca loves Doya a little too
Yeah.
much, but then it's also like it's something that you know who's gonna grow out of. Like every kid at some point like has their favorite aunt or their favorite babysitter or their favorite teacher or whatever. But
Hmm.
eventually they kind of grow out of it, right? So and you can tell that they know that that's gonna happen and they have a respect
Hmm.
for each other as the women in-laws in this house,
Yeah. Yeah.
but she still can't do anything about it, and that sucks. And then also her relationship with Coco is also damaged, like because she used to be the favorite aunt, and he would only eat his vegetables when she was in the room, and he would only like take a good bath before bed when she told him to, you know? And
And
now
she'd give
he's
him little
like,
candy treats sometimes.
yeah, because she's like the fun aunt, and she's 17, by the way. So it's like,
She's, she is.
yeah, they're both like these young people, you know what I mean? She's just like an
Hmm.
older kid. He's like looking up to her as a big kid. And then he just becomes like almost afraid of her. Like he
Yeah.
won't go into her bedroom anymore. He used to like always if he couldn't sleep at night, he would go and like sneak into her room and she would tell him a bedtime story and whatever. And now he's like, he won't do it. He's afraid. And so that sucks too, because then it's like she just is so, so isolated. Her husband leaves. Her sister-in-law has this like weird, like she's not allowed to say the things that she wants to say, or she'll be dismissed if she does. She's not taken seriously and has to like is kind of forced to separate herself from Doya. And then even her like one friend who's a kid won't hang out with her, even though she's expected to take care of everyone else's kids in the whole community. Everyone's
Yeah.
bringing their kids to see her, and like she's supposed to know what's wrong with them, and she's supposed to magically heal them, and she doesn't know how, and she doesn't say anything, and she just sits and stares until her eyes get tired and she cries.
She can't interact, she can't speak, she can't do anything but just be there.
Hmm.
Like
Because
it's
she
clear
doesn't
that she
know.
likes kids. It's clear that she loves Coco. She would the children where she could
Yeah,
if she
if
was
she knew
allowed to, but
how.
she doesn't, and she's not allowed to. She's not allowed to
Yeah.
move. She's not allowed to get off her pedestal or talk or like do anything. It's the people, it's her father-in-law who will like dictate, okay, here's what this kid needs.
Hmm.
He's he's the voice of Kali. He knows.
Right.
All of my prayers have not been in vain. This is a blessing for me. So even in this deification of this other person, he still manages to make it about himself. And again, not
Yeah.
maliciously. It's
Yeah, he's not doing it. He's
unintentional.
like, I'm gonna destroy this young person's life. It's like, I don't think that he knows that's what he's doing, but you can see it. Yeah, it's like you were saying earlier, this like unintentional manipulation, where he's like, I had the dream in the first place. I had the idea about the bathwater. Like, I'm in charge. You can be
Yeah.
God, but I get to be in charge of the narrative of you being God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Um,
it is like you understand that sense of he's lonely. He's lost his wife and his health isn't very good. And
mhm,
really, really wants his prayers to not be in vain. Just like anybody who's ever said a sincere prayer in a hard time,
mhm.
you want something to come out of that.
Yeah.
So you can, like, you understand why he's doing this and you can feel for him,
Yeah.
even while at the same time you're so angry with him because he is ruining this girl's life and he doesn't even know.
And I feel like it's something similar with the brother-in-law
Hmm.
because we find out later with her husband talking with his friend at college who is saying that he's going to be disowned if he marries a widow. So he's like,
Hmm.
I come from all of this money, but my father will not leave me any of it if I go against his wishes and marry this woman whose husband has died.
Who's been married before. Yeah.
Yeah, that's and what's his name? Uma Prasad. He's like, well, that's silly. I'll talk to him. I'll convince him. You can marry the girl and you can get your inheritance. So it's clear that there's like it's very like delicate, the idea of inheritance, and you can like it kind of puts into perspective how Adoya's brother-in-law acts with his father, because like when he's talking about it with his wife later in the movie, and he's drunk and he's so upset and like lost, you can tell he feels like he was trapped too. He
Yeah.
didn't have any other options. What if he lost his inheritance and his whole family was turned
Suffered
out
for
on the
it.
streets? They didn't have a home anymore. And he doesn't have a college education like his brother. He wouldn't have anywhere to fall back on. He would have nothing. So it's like again, you're so frustrated with him because why didn't he just say something? Why didn't he stop this? He's
Hmm.
another man in the house. Someone would listen to him, but even still, he feels like he can't. He feels just as trapped as she is. It sucks.
Yeah.
Movie.
Movie, seriously, dude.
Cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a moment that's kind of funny when he's in the car with his like college buddy and he's like, oh, I'm in love with this girl, blah 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 blah, like talking about her. And he's like, what's her name? And he says Uma. And he's like, are you kidding me? Because that's his name. He gets like weirdly, he's like mad. I thought that was funny. There's a little bit of levity in the otherwise so sad movie.
There was another part in their conversation that I
He's like,
liked, and I
Uma,
sent you a screenshot of
shut
it.
up.
Dude, for real, where his buddy's like, dude, I'm not feeling great. There's a lot of things. And he's like, well, is it about exams? He's like, no, it's not. And Uma's like, is it about, you know? And he's
Mhm.
like, no, 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 nothing like that. And what did he mean? Because it felt he didn't do this, but it was like short only the like wrist thing, you know? Like, is it about, you know?
Is it about like, yeah, because his friend's in love with him. He's like, there's this person that I like. Oh, tell me about her. And he's like intentionally not using gendered pronouns. And this person's name is Uma. That sucks. That adds another layer to it. Like she's having the worst experience anyone has ever had, being like forced into this box, and she just has to sit there all day and do whatever. And meanwhile, her husband gets to go and have a gay college experience. She's like, come on, that should be her. She should be at the club
Should be at the club for real.
for real.
Except not yet, because she's
Because she's
17.
17.
She's
She
17.
should be
Yeah.
like, she should be at a mocktail bar.
Yeah.
And then she should get to have a fun gay experience and go to college. And
Hmm.
then she should be at the club.
And then she should be at the club
Yeah.
responsibly.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
well.
Maybe she did.
Yeah, we don't know. She didn't die at the end of the story. There's still a chance. No, this is so fascinating. Even like in the beginning of the movie, like pre-Vision, she's still like set up as this very like nurturing person because that's one of the personality traits that a woman is allowed to have. Um, you know, because she takes care of the nephew and he loves her and she, just as a very beloved person, she takes care of her father-in-law and she takes care of like that bird that just kind of lives at their house, like she's
Yeah.
always looking out for people. And I do think that I maybe that's a way that she has kind of a sense of self. She wants to be doing things, she wants to be thinking about things, and she wants to have an impact on people's lives. And this is the way that she can do it because she's 17 and in her father-in-law's house. But of course, it just reinforces his idea of her being like, oh, you can ask her for anything. She's like a mother. She's like the whole world's mother. So
There's
he
a
has
scene where
this
she's
dream and
rubbing his feet.
this just makes sense because she takes care of me like a mother. Yeah, there is a scene where she's rubbing his feet.
Yeah.
You know what?
Like that.
Literally toes.
Literally toes. Yeah. If there was ever a moment where I was expected to like rub my father-in-law's rusty ass feet,
Mm-mm.
I'm killing myself so fast.
Immediately in front of him.
Okay. Yeah, no. No.
No. It's not like there aren't other people who could do it. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what bugs me. If she just like was genuinely like devoted to his health and his happiness and they like you know what I mean? But it's like she's
Yeah.
married into this family. It's not even
Mhm.
her dad. And he
No,
has like
he has
servants
other
and
staff.
he has
Yes.
staff, he has servants, he
Yeah.
has other family members. There's any number of people who could be taking care of him right now. He
And
could
be
he
getting
could
paid to
have
do
that
it.
he could have like a day nurse who comes in and takes care of all this stuff and gets paid for it, but instead she's doing this like unpaid labor. And maybe she's really doing it out of the goodness of her heart and she is nurturing and she's like a mother to all, but like I feel like he even assigned that role to her and then had the dream and was like, well, this makes perfect sense.
Yes, exactly. It's only feeding into his own expectations.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I think she does love him. I think she does care about him because when they're talking at the beginning, her and Uma is saying, like, well, what would your father do if we left? If I left? He needs me. Like,
Yeah,
she loves him. I feel like she enjoys the work that he gives her, like helping with the prayers and the rituals and all these things.
yeah. Because
I
it's good to
cannot
have something
imagine.
to do and to feel needed and to feel like you're
Yeah.
making a difference.
And to
But
have
also,
tasks.
like,
This is how we avoid a yellow wallpaper situation. Unfortunately, the pendulum can swing a little too far into a yellow wallpaper situation.
it's still a yellow wallpaper situation.
Yeah,
It's
we
yellow
didn't even get
wallpaper
away from,
all the way down. We didn't even get away from the yellow wallpaper situation.
much
At
like
the
in the
end of
yellow
the day,
wallpaper. They're following the pattern, but it's all just
literally, at the end of the day, it's all the yellow wallpaper again. No! Crazy! And like
there's a
even then, like I do think that she genuinely cares about him and is worried, like, well,
Mhm.
he needs me. If we leave, what's gonna happen? I do think that that's a genuine concern on her part. I don't think that it's a necessary concern. if you leave, he'll find somebody else, and
He
you'll
can maybe
find
get
new
one of
people to
his,
take
again,
care of.
penny staff. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No, it's like, and it just goes to show that she is a caring person. This is like part of her
yeah.
nature, whether or not that is, how she validates her own
I think it's
personhood or what, but like
yeah,
there
yeah.
this is just, an aspect of her personality which
That's
she's
been
still developing
exploited.
on account of that she's 17. She
Yeah,
hasn't really had time to figure out who she is yet as a person, but this is one thing that she's like, oh, I like doing this. I like feeling helpful. I like being, needed. And like you said, it's been exploited. Again, not maliciously, ignorantly, but that doesn't like
yeah. But
it
that
is
doesn't make
it
it
feels the
less
same thing.
harmful.
Yes, because
Ah!
right, exactly like you said earlier, it's everybody's fault, but it's no one's fault, but it is everybody's fault.
Yeah,
Like how? But like everyone. Everyone is to blame. Everyone
everyone,
is at fault,
everyone is
but no one
to
is.
blame.
But they all are.
Exactly. It's like because if everybody has an equal claim to being blameworthy, then it's like, well, everybody's equally unblameworthy then, right? So you get this, it is everybody's actions kind of feed into this. I feel like it's mostly the father-in-law's fault, but then again, it's not. You know what I mean? Because he's not trying to trap her. She's trapped, but he's not trying to trap her. He just really is like, oh, she's like kind and caring and her husband's away, we can spend this time together and whatever, you know what I mean? Like they develop this relationship and it's not because he's like, ha ha ha, now I have somebody to rub my feet. It's,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's something that happened somewhat naturally, but it still ended up being exploitative because now all of her choices, she has to be thinking about, well, what's going to happen to him?
I just realized, like, not to jump back a little bit too, but after she passes out, they move her into a new room. So when she wakes up, she's like, I don't know where I am. And they're like, well, it's your room. This is where you are now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. And she's
And
like,
before, and
oh,
before she even has time to process this, one of the servants comes up and is like confessing her sins to Doya.
yeah.
So she doesn't have freaking anything.
She doesn't
This
have
isn't
anything.
her.
She doesn't have privacy in her own room. And she doesn't even have her own room. They change her room.
Change her room. So again, everything is done to her.
Yeah.
She's barely a person.
Yeah.
She's moved into this room unconscious. Like she's put on this pedestal. She's moved around to these different locations. She's worshipped at. Like it's just insane. It's insane. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. And even when her husband finds out and leaves college and comes home early, it's because she had to ask her sister-in-law to write a letter for her.
Can we talk about the thing now?
Sure. That's a different
Okay.
movie though.
Ah. Oh, by the way, you said final girl earlier. I don't want to change the
Yeah.
subject. Well, I want to change the subject. I'm going to talk about this now.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't mean
I
to change
saw,
it. You're like when somebody's like, I'm not
not to be
racist.
racist. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to change the subject here, but let's talk about something else now.
I
Yeah.
went to see Sam Rockwell movie the other night.
Hmm.
Big shout out to Sam Rockwell, bestie of all time. Love that guy. And
Yes.
it's funny too because there are a lot of actors out there, right? And I feel like
I've heard of a few.
there are a couple. I feel like I don't see the support that people have for Sam Rockwell in other places. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like some
Mm,
people are like, hey, this guy, I like that guy. Or you have like super big celebrities like Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt that are like, well, yeah, that's Brad Pitt. That's Cruise.
right.
Those are
Like
the
he's
big
very
guys.
famous. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but most of the time people don't full like Sam Rockwell. Who is that guy? Oh, he's that thing. I love that guy. Yeah.
Hmm.
But looking through the reviews on some of his movies, even some of his bad movies, people are like, Sam Rockwell, Sam Rockwell, like
Yeah,
Full
yeah.
Metal Alchemist. Like people love that guy.
People love Sam Rockwell.
And they're
That's true.
so correct for that
Yeah,
because that guy rocks. He like what did that one review say? It's illegal to not love Sam Rockwell.
that's actually true.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. That's like probably one of the only laws that 100% of people can agree on.
Hmm.
Is it's bad to kill people and you have to love
And
Sam
you can't
Rockwell.
hate Sam Rockwell.
No,
Yeah.
I love that guy. But anyway, okay, so we were watching Sam Rockwell movie in the theater and the trailer for Scream 7 came on and I was like, I've never
Hmm.
seen Scream. Maybe I should. Because I was like, this one looks kind of fun. Um,
You
and
can
then
see it
I
at 4 a.m. on a Sunday for 2 seconds when I'm woken up.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
ghost faces there in your room terrorizing your cat.
Hey! It's
Oh,
just
poor
so
Nev
funny to
Campbell.
scream while lying down is the thing. Like I was still fully in bed.
He didn't get up to scream.
Oh, I screamed and then I was like, hey, close the window. Yeah. It was,
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes it worse.
Anyway, Scream though.
Oh,
Movie. Good
oh,
job.
okay. Thanks. So I was excited to watch it, and then I found out that they're teamed up with like AI. They've got this thing where you can insert yourself into the movie with Nev Campbell, like through this AI service. So it's like you can experience Scream
I
7 with us, and it's like, no, you can't. You're putting a digital
want to
avatar.
experience
I
Scream
was like,
7 by watching the movie Scream 7. That's
yes!
how I experience every
People
movie.
used to insert themselves into movies by writing bad fanfic and drawing bad fan art. Self-insert OC, ever heard of her?
That's Y/N.
It was like the most insane experience because I just watched. I can't remember the director's name off the top of my head. It's only Sam Rockwell up here in my head. But I just watched anti-AI Sam Rockwell movie that was like two
Yeah.
and a half hours of lightning will jump in my fingertips. I'm gonna tear AI it down by the like root.
Hmm.
And then to have this other movie that I was like, I kind of want to watch that one. Be like, AI bestie, what's
Hmm.
up? Like, I love AI
Yeah.
so much.
Have you opened Tumblr in the last 48 hours where suddenly there are zero ads anymore except for that one AI chatbot?
No, I haven't.
I am so, so happy for you. But just as a heads up, good news, you won't see ads for anything else. Bad
But
news,
bad news.
you'll still see ads, and it's for Shapes AI, and the entire point of it is like you can put your original character into the AI and like talk to it and like write its story with it, which is like again, you could just write a story if that's what you wanted to do. Your
If you want
original character
to
can just
write a
exist in your
story
mind
with
and in your
someone,
little journal. Like if you want to write a story, write a story. If you want to have an original
perfect.
character, make up a character.
If you
Yeah.
want to hallucinate like witch comedy movie set in Salem, Oregon, find a buddy to
Then
do
do
that
it
with.
with a friend. Like
There's
it's
nothing
just
more
it's
fun
very, very
than doing
predatory.
like
Like it's clearly the target audience is like lonely teenagers who want to be creative but don't have friends to collaborate with. And so
Mhm,
that's worse. That's even worse. And you wouldn't think that it could get worse, but then it does because it's like, oh, hello, lonely child.
mhm.
Do you want to
Yeah.
make your dreams come true online?
And do you remember how earlier I was saying that it was an evil thing that they were doing to Doya because they were isolating her and giving her only like this
Yeah.
one line of information that's like
Yeah.
affirming, like affirming her like divine identity that
Yeah.
ultimately only does more damage. Do you remember how I said that? How it's like an evil
Yeah.
thing to like focus on isolating somebody, giving them a companion that
Yeah.
doesn't do anything
Doesn't do anything
human,
except
right?
validates them like too much.
And that's just interesting.
And that's
It's
just
just
interesting.
interesting is
It's
all.
like you remember Eddie Burback, love of our life, friend of the channel, Eddie Burback, who was like, I'm gonna see how bad AI psychosis really is. And then he was like, oh, it's bad. Like they
Mhm.
almost got me. Like I actually believed that I'm like a genius. because my
Yeah.
AI chatbot kept telling me, "You're a
And did
genius. You're
like
correct. Everybody else is wrong. Everybody
mhm.
else is lying to you. You can't trust them. You can only trust me because you're better than them and you're special." That's crazy. It's time to be real if you were wondering.
Can I
Now
be
is
real with
not
you?
a good time. Now is not a good time. Leave me alone. Ah! That's a really good be real. It looks like we're happy yelling, but we're not.
No, that's pure rage, baby.
Oh man.
It is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's
Crazy
just
how like the more things change, the more they stay the same. Crazy how a story doesn't have to be relatable to be resonant or even relevant to your life. Um, and there are just so many crazy how there are so many ways in a person's life that they can be exploited and manipulated and dehumanized just on the basis of being a woman or being I don't know, adjacent to a religion or whatever, you know?
hmm
There's like so many ways that they can get you.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
17. I don't know if we've
She's
said yet.
17.
17.
She's just a baby.
She's literally young.
If you had asked me to be in charge of anything at age 17, do you remember how earlier I said I'd kill myself fast?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm bringing that back for this
yeah,
again.
yeah.
Massaging father-in-law's feet and
Nope.
being in charge of anything at 17. It's like it's
Those are
over for
your
me.
two criteria for suicide.
Like curtains, they're closed. We're done.
Hmm.
I've said this before, and actually, when we were talking about the way back, another Sam Rockwell movie, hi Bestie.
Hi, Sam. Come on the pod anytime.
Please, please, respond to my text messages. I miss you. We've said before how being a teenager, age
It was the
13 to
worst.
17, is the worst thing that can happen to you ever. It's the
Sucks.
worst thing. So imagine being 17 and your best friend is not there, so you're stuck with your father-in-law. I can't think like
Yeah.
I've met a lot of couples in my lifetime. Never been one myself, but like there there are so few healthy in-law relationships that I've seen in real life. And maybe not even healthy is the right word, but
Uh,
like
yeah. Just like baseline
people,
normal, like not weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe this is going to be the thing to change with my generation. How, like, later, earlier it was like, maybe don't make ball and chain jokes. Maybe you should like your girlfriend slash wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe this next, like, the next change is going to be like, you should enjoy your significant other's family.
And if you're the family, you should enjoy your family member's significant other.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, in my personal experience with the people that I know in my life, that has not happened yet. People generally do not like their in-laws.
Hmm.
So to be 17, to be
Ugh.
stuck with your in-law,
It's already terrible. The green text, be me, be 17. I'm
be
like, no,
17.
get her out of there. Get her out of there. She's 17.
Like, get one of those tinfoil blankets, wrap it around her, give her a cup of cocoa.
Yeah.
Like, girl, are you okay? No,
Can we get
she's
her
not.
out? Like
Unfortunately,
literally,
not
do
because
you
she's
know that
stuck in movie.
Roman Roy screenshot? Well, can we get him out? I think about that a lot, and we can't get her out. The so crazy movie.
So we were going to talk about the tragedy.
Oh yeah, and then we were like, we
Was
don't want to talk
trying
about that. And then we were like, not to
to
change the subject,
change.
but
Scream 7.
have you ever seen not to change the subject, but can we talk about anything else?
I was the one who
uh,
brought it up and then immediately dipped off to another, like,
yeah.
not even related
You, I felt
conversation.
like you were like, I need to talk about this, but I'm not ready. So I'll bring it up and then I'll change the subject. I will
Yeah.
say, for anybody despairing, I have seen people who like each other's family. So it is possible, although unfortunately, like weirdly rare.
And again,
Well,
I've skirted
we can
around.
stop changing the subject, I guess.
You go ahead, because clearly it's not gonna happen for me.
I know. I feel like, well, I mentioned briefly in my actually very, very brief summary of the movie, I did say that she makes her choiceless choice to stay and help the community by doing nothing. And everybody's bringing all their children to her, and she has to somehow heal them. And you remember her nephew Coco that she loves also. He also is there. And um and I think I said she can't save him. Ha 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 ha. But what I meant was she can't save him. You know? He gets like super sick one night, like has a fever or something, and he just like is really, really miserable. Sister-in-law calls the doctor, and even the doctor is like a little bit like you have a goddess in your home. Uh-oh. So now they're left with like Koga's not feeling well. He's been seen by a doctor, but the doctor's also like, well, there's only so much to be done. I guess like try everything. Like if your doctor is saying just try everything, like try praying more, like try everything, not probably a good sign. But the sister-in-law, you know what? She does it. She doesn't believe that Doya is Kali incarnate. She never has. She believes in facts and science. And and
Well, she doesn't want to go to
this
her.
is her
It's her
son's
husband.
life.
Yes,
So she's taking it seriously. She's like, I don't believe this. I think she
he's
knows
sick.
that
I
Doya
want to take him to a
doesn't want to be
doctor.
there and is stressed out by it, but she also like just personally is like, I don't want my son's health or life to be in danger because people won't listen to me or to a doctor. So she's very frustrated, but eventually, yeah, she has this conversation with her husband, which is bad, and it makes you feel bad. Um, and eventually the decision is take Coca to Doya, who, and he's been avoiding her, remember? From before, they used to be like best buds and they would hang out and do everything together, and he would only do things if she told him to. So like if this had happened like prior, before pre-dream, Coca's sick and the doctor's like, I don't try this and it'll maybe help, but I don't really know. For sure they're taking him to Doya because they're besties.
Yeah.
And she would have something to say and she would want to help him, because she's a helpful
She'd get him to
person.
take his medicine and she'd make him feel better, even if he was, had a fever and sick.
She'd
She'd
tell him
want to
bedtime
stay there
stories
with
like she
him.
always did. She wants to be with him because she's a
Yeah.
caring person and because she cares for him specifically. That's her buddy, dude. That's her nephew. So if it had happened before, there wouldn't be this hesitation. Yeah, like, I don't want to bother her with this problem. I don't want her to treat this this situation as if it's real. But she
Her
has to.
choiceless choice.
It's another one of those famous choiceless choices. She brings
Yay.
Coca into Doya, and she's like, "Listen, dude, you and I believe in this about the same. So sorry, like,
And
but there's nothing else. There's nothing else that we can do."
the thing is she, again, she kind of wants to believe this at this point. Because there's nothing
Yeah,
else that she can do. Everyone around her, every man in her life, the doctor, her husband, her father-in-law, everyone is saying, go to the goddess. She's right there.
yeah,
Easy. This is nothing like what, like it's hard choice to make.
yeah. But
And
it
so if
is.
she has no other option, then this is something she has to believe in. So she's asking Joy, she's begging her, like, can you do this? Can you save my boy?
Right, because neither of them
Just
believe it, but they both really,
answer
really,
me.
really want to.
Yeah. And again, this is something they're both so invested in. This isn't a random kid. This is the one, this is their son, basically. Like, Doya has raised this kid just as much as his mother has.
Yeah,
And so when she grabs him and she just curls into him and she covers him up like with her body, that's not someone who is pretending to be a god for notoriety. That's someone who's like, please let this be true.
yeah,
Because if it's true, I can save this boy. I don't know. That's where she's at. She does not know. She's so confused because she's been emotionally and physically manipulated into maybe believing this. So neither of them have a choice. Both of them are in the same spot of please, please, please let this be true.
And then what?
Where is her husband? Is Uma? Is he at a therapist's office? Who is that guy?
He's just like some guy, I think. It seems like he's supposed to be like a professor, like school counselor guy, but then
Mhm.
he's like, I don't know, he doesn't say anything really that helpful. It just seems like they're chatting.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know.
almost just there to vent.
Yeah,
He's saying some very real then valid concerns like she's 17 and she doesn't have anybody there to listen to her and how could she be expected to stand up against my father? All of these
yeah.
things are against her favor. Like, and the guy's like, I changed my religion when I was 19. And it is related. It's not like he's just pulling that out of his butt, but it is kind of funny because it's
Yeah, but
like,
you're like, okay, dude,
dude,
like you could
we
bring
need some
this up
concrete
tactfully.
advice.
Like we're trying to This is an important matter, okay?
Steps. Tell him what to do.
Yeah.
Oh, he does eventually. He gets around to the point of like, if this is such a blatant lie, if this is as dangerous as you say, then you need to do what you need to do for your wife. You need to get her out. Go back and grab her,
Yeah.
basically. So he heads back and he gets there, and the whole house is in mourning.
And he says,
Oh.
"Oh no," because no matter what, that's a family member of his.
Mhm. That's his niece,
Yeah, that's his
his
boy
little boy
niece.
niece. Yeah.
His little
Uh,
boy niece. The one kid that isn't saved this whole time.
mm,
So
uh,
it's a sad movie.
so it's sad. Yeah, and this is the part
Yeah.
where he like has it out with his father, who's a mess. He's in
Yeah.
shambles. He's like, why didn't she save him? She wouldn't give the boy back. And it's like, would she not give the boy back? The boy was forced into her arms by you. And you can just imagine her desperate trying to save him. Maybe he's already dead, and she just
Yeah.
can't let him go.
Right.
Ego.
Because she's grieving and freaking out.
Yeah. So she
Because this
hasn't
is
had a
her
choice. She hasn't had
boy.
any options for the whole movie. But now, just at the last moment when the tragedy happens, now it's her fault. Now she wouldn't give the boy up. Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah. And I
And
freaking
what was she
love
gonna do?
her husband. What was she gonna do? What choice did she have? None.
But her
But like
husband is off.
he rocks. He rocks so hard. And this is the thing that I was talking about at the beginning is sometimes things just need to be said. And it's such like a cathartic thing to finally have the confrontation to say, this is your fault. You killed that boy. You have blood on your hands. You forced her into this. She had no choice. You did this. You wouldn't listen to me. You wouldn't you didn't want to believe anything else. You let this happen. And yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So he goes to find Doya, and he overhears his sister-in-law wailing over her dead son, saying that witch, she took my boy away from me. She killed him.
Yeah.
And so
Which is
not
also
only
like
have
she didn't believe it the whole time until she was forced to believe it because there was nothing else to believe in and nothing else was going to work. And then it didn't work. And now it's Doya's fault.
yeah, and now not only have they lost their little boy niece, but they lost he lost his brother and his sister-in-law, and she
Yeah.
lost that they lost those relationships
He,
as well.
yeah.
And they're gonna let that go. They think that she killed their son. Nothing's gonna repair that relationship,
Hmm. So all this stuff
which
that
is
she
just
was
another
worried about in the
loss.
beginning, when Uma is like, we could move out and we can go to the city and we can have a house and we can do whatever, and she's worried about like, well, what about these family members that we're leaving behind? What are they going to do?
Mhm.
Um, if they had left, it would be like, well, we'll go and visit for the holidays and what, like it would just be like a normal family relationship where you like move, but you still have this closeness with them when you're together.
Hmm.
But now it's like, oh, all of her fears of like, what are we gonna do? Like, if we leave this family, what's gonna happen to them is happening in the strongest sense, right? Where they have to cut themselves off from the rest of the family. They're
Run away.
they're never gonna have a good relationship again. It's not like running away in the sense of like moving out and then coming back to visit. It's fully running away, cutting
Yeah.
ties.
Before like an angry mob comes to kill her for killing this. Again, she had no personhood for the whole movie, but now
Now it's her fault.
it's gonna be her on the all of these choiceless choices. So he goes to find her, and again, tragedy. But can I say, girl boss diva moment?
Hmm.
Yeah,
He
she's
has
getting
swag.
dressed in.
You know
He
what?
has
He
swag.
has swag. She has swag. I'll say it.
He has, and they have swag.
Yeah.
Like a swag abundance. She's getting dressed in her wedding clothes
Yes.
with like
S is
her
for swag
makeup,
abundance.
her makeup streaking down her face. She's not crying anymore, but like the remnants are there, and she's like, "Here, can you help me button this up? We gotta go." It's like
Yeah. They're running
to
for
get,
their lives, by the way. And she's like, where are my
yeah,
Swarovski crystals? Like, girl, get out.
yeah. It,
Yeah, she's
it's so,
funny. She's funny.
it,
She's a diva.
and there's still an element of tragedy there, where like the only time that she's mm, like come into her personhood, like is able to make her own choices, is here at the end after the horrible, horrible tragedy, the loss of
Mhm.
their family member. Her like my brain is telling me placebo son, but that's not right.
Roxy,
Yeah,
almost. But yeah.
yeah,
I know
essentially.
what you
Uh, yeah, it's like it's jolted her into gear, into like, okay, well, not saying anything, not doing anything leads to this. So, okay, let's now she's making decisions. Now she's talking.
And it's also with the person that she's been number one most comfortable talking with the whole time. So it's like my life is over and I have to leave or die. But also like my friend is here. He loves me.
Yeah, he does. He came back for her.
Yeah.
That's why he's there, is for her. And he's gonna leave with her. Even after this, he doesn't blame her. Like
Mm-mm.
they don't even really have a chance to talk about it before the movie ends. But like, don't you think she's got to feel so relieved to know that at least
Yeah.
one person is gonna hold her and
Is
say,
on her side.
"This is not your fault."
Ugh. Yeah.
Like, I'm just so thankful for her having Uma. These fictional characters mean so much to me.
I'm like, oh my friend. He
Yeah,
loves
that guy rocks.
her.
And he makes the thin mustache work really well. There's not a lot of people that I
That's
see wearing a
true.
thin mustache, and I think you rock that.
Yeah.
But
You
he
kind of,
does.
it's like an all or nothing kind of situation.
Hmm.
But he's got
Yeah.
a thin mustache and it's okay. And
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
India in 1960. So, yeah.
The last shot in the movie is her running off into the mist. Uma calls after her.
Okay. Ugh. Movie. You guys, movie.
Yeah. Movie.
Like,
It's almost like like the world is her oyster, and there are so many paths she could take, and it's unclear, it's uncertain. But like, there she goes. You know?
hmm hmm And he's gonna follow her wherever she goes, actually, too.
Yeah, he is.
Hmm.
Yeah, he is.
Oh.
Yeah, you can say that again.
I'm so stressed out. I haven't watched this movie since January 31st. I'm stressed out thinking about it right now.
Would this be a good time to talk about my dream version of it?
Yes! Yes!
Okay, which
Because we've
is
said everything we can say, I think, about the real
yeah,
one.
yeah. Um So the only information that I had about this movie before I dreamt it was that the father-in-law has a dream and thinks that his daughter-in-law is a god reincarnate. That's all I had. So, when I say that it was a little too similar, need you to know that I didn't know anything else about it. I did think that it was gonna be like, okay, all right.
Oh, right, right, right. She gets to relish having
Worship
some sort of
me.
like control and fame or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but I did dream pretty quickly into the movie. So I dreamt the context that I dreamt it was you and I were watching it for a film class. Um, and we were watching it
As one
in a
does.
burning down building, and we were trying
Uh,
to evacuate, but we were also like, well, what's gonna happen though? So like no one was leaving.
okay, sure,
And the
sure.
professor was still lecturing. So it was like a watch along where the professor would pause it every 10 minutes and be like, and we're gonna talk about this.
hmm
It was awesome. It rocked so hard. But
It's too funny.
I dreamt that like miracles happened, sheer coincidence. But I did dream, and this is something that I think the movie could have benefited from, is she was standing over his sleeping body, holding a knife, just kind of loosely,
hmm I think
and looking at
actually
him.
every movie would benefit from that.
Wouldn't it? That's
hmm
the best kind of scene in the world. It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I liked that, and this is something that we talked about in the class, is that she was holding it just so loosely that even here she didn't really have that much control over what she was going to do. Is she didn't have
right.
that much conviction in it. Like, and it was different
Mm.
from the
hmm
movie. It was that she didn't have the conviction to be a god or to be a human. Now she was stuck in this horrible in-between place, and here she didn't even have the conviction to kill the guy. She
Right.
is loosely holding the knife,
But
looking
she's
at
like
him back and forth, but she
not,
can't follow through
she's
either way.
faithless and not
Yeah.
brave. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes, 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 yes. She's
That's
like Robert
interesting.
from Hell's Hinges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, and I think, and again, we did have to evacuate the building eventually, but I'm almost certain that she killed herself at the end.
Oh,
And finally
and
had
see,
conviction and still
that's an interesting, yeah, that's an interesting twist because it is like having like a choice and having control and autonomy and like making a decision.
did.
But it's in a way that people usually don't agree that you're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
So it's still kind of
And I,
that's kind of fun. There's still some
and
like
I,
tension and conflict right at the
yeah,
end.
yeah, yeah. And there was something about her staging her death, and now, like I've imagined it as her staging her death as like the like the death of a god from a myth, but I don't know
Right.
for sure. I didn't watch it
Because of the fire.
because of the fire. Exactly. But I do know that she had staged her death scene in a particular way, and that's now my interpretation of like that's probably what she did. She probably
hmm
like, oh, you want a performance? Okay, you know?
Do you think that she got George Clooney from real life to help her with staging it because he's been hiding his secret identity for so many years?
Secret identity is it's like Perlman. Yeah,
Dedicated
I
listeners
do.
will know, but I'll recap it anyway. I had a dream that it was a like a movie that blended into real the dream was a movie that blended into real life where in the movie people are trying to uncover like it was as if Itzhak Perlman, by the way, Itzhak Perlman is a Jewish violinist, concert violinist, and in real life he exists in real life, but in the movie he existed as like it was like a calling card almost, like when there's like a name but never a face and people are like trying to discover the identity. It was like that.
You say
And so
this is
there's
a
like
dream
this,
only you would have had.
yeah, because it's about Itzhak Perlman. Who cares? Anyway, so like Itzhak Perlman was like the name of like the guy that everybody was trying to find, and there's like different teams, like international spies, and like, but also like groups of high schoolers in their basement trying, like it's like a thing that everybody's trying to solve. It's like John Benet Ramsey, and but eventually I was the one who figured it out, and I just remember like. it was we had left the movie, like I think the movie was maybe a cliffhanger or something, but we'd left the movie, we'd gone into real life, but still dream, but real life. And I
Hmm.
just remember like I turned a corner, I like walked into a room and like a chair like had turned around and it was it was George Clooney and he stuck out his hand and I shook it and he said, "I'm Itzhak Perlman." I woke up and was like, "What?" It's like, have you seen there's like a Tumblr post going around right now that's like it's some like abortion joke, like aborted whatever. I would have this. It's somebody, I think it's somebody like getting in a fight online and it's like aborted person. Oh, I would have said this if I existed. Wait, what? And I go back and read the messages and they never existed at all. Like one of those. Anyway, it doesn't really matter the content of the post because there's an add-on that just says moral of the story. What? And that's how I felt about this dream. Moral of the story. What? Huh? Like, what?
What is on my teleprompter?
Don't worry, kid. You're gonna be famous.
I'll be a star.
Uh-huh.
Can I just say my favorite like aborted thing joke that I've seen is aborted abortion doctor. Yeah, that's what I
That's
would
what
have
I would have
been.
done. I like that one too. That's funny.
This is the thing is sometimes phone and internet can be so evil, but
Yeah.
sometimes it can be so funny.
Yeah.
So
It really
funny.
can.
Like
So
sometimes
funny.
I think about
What?
think about Burlington Boat Factory.
Burlington Boat Factory is a big one for you, I know.
What's wrong with me?
I don't know. Nobody knows.
Um, the
Ah.
amount of mileage that I've gotten out of that joke.
I meet Zuck Perlman.
Jason, did you know that Itzhak Perlman, the concert violinist? He's George Clooney.
It's his alter ego. He doesn't want anyone to know. He dresses up as a different person, but it's George Clooney.
Olivia says dreamt this the other night. So it's his alter ego.
But it's real.
It's did you hear it?
Mm-mm.
That's pretty dumb. For real? CC DeVille? CC DeVille learned how to play guitar from Itzhak Perlman.
That was George Clooney.
That wasn't George Clooney. So we're all learning new things tonight.
Yeah. I'm just going to CC DeVille Wikipedia page real quick just to check if it says anything about George Clooney or if his secret's still safe.
Can't let it get out. He trusted you.
He trusted me. He came to me in a dream. He shook my hand. That's serious.
Yeah, yeah. That's a celebrity. That's an important interaction. Like a double celebrity.
Yeah. This lived,
I
and by
did
the
have
way, in the dream,
I sent
Itzhak
you
Perlman was
the two.
not a concert
Oh,
violinist.
oh, it was just a name,
You're still here, and I'm still here.
and we're both still here.
Everybody, I think, is still here.
Leo's still there. Archie's still there over on the couch. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
It's my fault because my phone is overheating. Because if it's been doing this for a couple years now, but if I try to do anything while charging, my phone decides to go supernova mode.
I understand that, and I also, it's like that thing where my laptop doesn't hold charge. So we're actually both experiencing this at the same time.
Yay!
Yay! Um, but basically, it's a Perlman in the movie slash dream, not a concert violinist. It was the name of like, it was almost like a DB Cooper situation.
Where it's
Like,
like the title.
yeah. It's like, who is Itzhak Perlman? Nobody
It's like
knows.
Tyler Durden.
Right, just like some sort of like identity. It was almost like he was maybe a mafia boss or like a DB Cooper or just something where it's like, here's this name and everybody knows the name, but nobody knows the man behind the name, except for me and it's George Clooney.
It's George Clooney.
It's George Clooney for
Like
sure.
to
So
imagine
yeah.
that you had successfully cracked the case, which is why he tracked you down. That like like you were getting too close.
Probably
I just have one more
actually.
quick thing that I wanted to say about the movie that we were talking about. You may as well indulge an old man's whims.
Hmm.
But,
Yeah, interesting.
oh, uh-oh. You may as well.
Yeah, I guess. Like, sure, I guess.
Hmm.
Whatever. Yeah, that is a little
So
weird.
now we're back from the high of Itzhak Perlman and George Clooney back into the reminder of, oh, sad movie.
Back into the depths.
Good movie. Go watch it probably. Don't plan
Yeah.
on doing anything after. Do it do that the last thing of your day.
Yeah, I think that's smart and fair.
Hmm.
Because you don't really want to do anything after, but just kind of like ponder, like do some like existential pondering, I think.
Yeah, I watched it on the day we had a little mini snowstorm. It was good.
That's good. That's actually a good day for it.
Well, hey, we should do this again sometime.
Totally. And
Yeah.
say hi to the wife and kids for me.
Oh yeah, you too. You too. And
Oh yeah.
hey, have fun camping this weekend.
You know I will.
Yeah. And don't let your bots get you down.
Yeah, well, I'll see you later. I'll see you on the other
Bye.
side. Bye.